Hello and welcome or welcome back. My name is Selina and this is Bank of Me. And today I'll focus on my emergency fund, my little safety net. So I have two binders here. One is my month ahead, 1 month ahead binder, and the other one is my back to the 80s binder, where I save for my emergency fund. And look at this wonderful bouquet. I went with a very 80s bouquet. If you lived through the 80s or watched any 80s movies, you know this was a very popular arrangement with I think it's called baby breath or baby's breath. It was everywhere in the 80s. So I thought this would set the tone nicely. So I'm just back from a trip, a lovely trip to Sweden, but I did spend a lot of money, as we all do or tend to do when we're on holidays. So let's see what I have left and what I can put towards my safety net. So it's still going to be 2 weeks before I get paid. So I can't put away too much, but every little helps. So let's see. So we have 20, 40, and then we have 30, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, and then here we have 75, 2, 5, so that's 80, 82. So we have 82 we can put away for our future self that will really thank us. And it's such peace of mind when you finally are ahead. I had a wonderful emergency fund a long time ago. Well, before I bought the little house I've bought. And yeah, as every homeowner knows, especially if you buy a DIY job, a fixer-upper, you need a lot of money to keep going and a lot of cash flowing expenses, and your emergency fund can be drained really quickly. So that's where I am. So I'm trying to build up as fast as I can, while I still have to put money towards renovations and repairs and stuff like that. So let's start with our 1 month ahead binder. And I think I want to put some towards the mortgage. I don't think I have the right pens here, but doesn't matter. Go with this. So each bubble here is 30, and this whole thing will add up to 1 month of mortgage expense. So I definitely want to put some in here. So 20, 30. We're getting there. Slowly. A bit too slow, but let's see what we can do. So that's 30 in the mortgage. So hopefully I can put some more away at the end of the month when I get paid again. Because I don't think my grocery budget will give me too much more I can sock away, but we'll see. Groceries are expensive, you guys. I mean, doing what I can, cutting back on the meat and things like that, eating more veggie stuff, and I love that, but it's still very expensive. So that's that. Then I think the 20 I keep aside for my 80s binder. Then I have groceries I can pick. Let's go with groceries. They need some love here. So groceries, that gets 15. Yeah, I think if I can get ahead on mortgage, bills, and groceries, I will already be really, really happy. Put some space between you and your need for the next pay slip. That would be, it's such a great feeling. I mean, it's so, you have real peace of mind. You're more at ease. You're not so worried. You can focus on the good things, you have a totally different outlook if you have a buffer and no debt. It's actually amazing. Let's see when I get there again. So that's groceries. Then do I have anything else I can contribute to? I have 10 left I could put in here. 6, 7. Maybe into bills. Let's put it towards bills. So 5 and 8. They always say too much month and not enough money, huh? But it was worth it. The trip was great. It's a lovely place to visit. If you ever thought of going to Scandinavia, Sweden is beautiful. The lakes, the food, the people are really nice, and it's quite laid back. It's really, really lovely place, and it stays bright so long because they're so far up north in the summer. Obviously, they pay the price in the winter, but yeah, it's great. Great, great, great. Lots of forests and lakes and the sea as well. I think this is potentially it. Let me see. Phone, I could put some buffer. Transport, no. Okay, so let's finish with this one. Still have a way to go, but at least we're making some progress. So that's that. And then the Back to the 80s binder. I love this one. So what do we have? Let's see. First of all, let's go to the back because I have my 2025 savings challenge and should have been a little bit more ahead, but I'm not. Let me see. Do I have a pen here? A marker? I think I have to use this one. Okay, so I have 25 left. I'm going to put 25 in here. Okay. Yeah, I really should be here. Fill them all in. Let's see. Let's see. That's definitely something I'd love to do quicker rather than within the rest of the year. But yeah, let's see. You know, we can only do what we can do. So that's that. And that should save me 1,000 by the end of the year. Hopefully sooner. So then I have some, what choice do I have? I have €4 left. I could use just one of these. Show you. So I have one of these here. I can just pick 4. I could roll the dice, but that's also a bit tricky. And I definitely can't do a scratch because look at this. It was 11 last time. They're big amounts, and I already put back. I had an IOU, and I hate them. So this was a 5 last time. But yeah, let's stay on the safe side and just use one of them. So €4 go into here. And these challenges are the toy ones are by Kira at Saving for My Happy Place, and the other ones are by the Budgeting Introvert. So they're great. It's actually fun to save. I wish I had more money. It's fun to save this way. Let's just use this €4 in here. And this one saves 65. And the amounts are between 1 and 9, which is nice. I could have made it into a scratch off, but I don't have the stickers. Maybe I should buy some. I don't have the stickers, and I really don't like the surprise when you only have a little bit left. You just put it where you can, and don't beat yourself up. And that's it already for today. That was a really short one. I'll keep you updated. There are a few big expenses coming my way. So we'll see how it goes, house expenses. And summer, summer is, I know it's still in full bloom. We're still in August and I love summer, but autumn is coming fast, approaching really fast. So by the time I get paid, it'll be September nearly. And then there's all the winter prepping, making sure you have enough fuel. Depends where you live, but I'm really in the countryside, so I really need to make sure I have firewood, I have oil, I need to make sure my boiler is working, boiler service, and it's an old one, like everything is old. And that's really it. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. And I'll see if I can share some tips how I'm making it work, how I'm saving up a big chunk of money in a relatively short amount of time, because that's what I have to do. Again, I did this last year and I went really bare bones budget with everything else. So there were no sinking funds that I could really, really feed while I had to pay the big expenses that were like emergency repairs, So let's see how that goes. I would love to cash flow everything and keep the emergency fund untouched for a real big emergency. So I rather have a little bit in my back pocket and see what I can cash flow than dipping into the emergency fund, because as you know, it takes a long time to save it up, and you don't want to use it if you don't have to. Now, obviously, you don't want to go into debt. That would be really counterproductive. But if you can cash flow it, cut back on other things, like I'm already cutting back on my favorite thing, which is coffee. I love coffee and coffee shops. So I'm really going on a no spend rest of the month and potentially no spend autumn. Let's see how that works out for me. We'll see. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing great. I hope you had a lovely summer and are having a lovely summer. It's still not over. The sun is shining. It's really hot here and lots of people are having their barbecues. So we are still there. So I hope you have a great week. Happy savings, and I see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.